Forget turbos. Forget boost. Some of the most incredible four-cylinder engines ever built made their power the hard way. Through RPM, airflow, precision engineering, and an obsession with squeezing every last horsepower out of every liter. And some of these engines achieved numbers that still look ridiculous today. We're ranking 10 legendary naturally aspirated four-cylinders up to 2.5 liters by horsepower per liter. And as we get closer to number 1, things get seriously wild because the winner managed 125 horsepower per liter without a turbocharger. Let's start the countdown. Number 10, BMW S14. We begin with an engine whose numbers don't tell the whole story. The BMW S14 is a 2.3-liter naturally aspirated four-cylinder producing around 200 horsepower, roughly 87 horsepower per liter. By the standards of this list, that sounds almost ordinary. But this is the engine that helped turn the original E30 M3 into a motorsport legend. Born from BMW's racing ambitions, the S14 combined serious motorsport engineering with individual throttle bodies and a willingness to rev beyond 7,000 revolutions per minute. Its response was immediate. Its sound was unmistakable. And inside the lightweight E30 M3, it became part of one of the most iconic driver's cars ever created. The S14 may finish 10th for specific output, but when it comes to pedigree, it's anything but last. Number 9, Renault F4R. Next comes France's answer to the high-revving hot hatch formula. The 2.0-liter F4R and the Renault Clio RS produced approximately 200 horsepower, giving it the magic figure of 100 horsepower per liter. And unlike a modern turbocharged engine, delivering a huge wave of torque at down low, the F4R made you work for its performance. Push the revs higher, keep the engine in its sweet spot, and the Clio came alive. That sharp, naturally aspirated response, combined with a lightweight chassis and manual gearbox, helped make the Clio RS one of the defining driver's hot hatches of its generation. But 100 horsepower per liter is only where this list starts getting interesting. Number 8, Honda K20. At number 8 is the legendary 2.0-liter Honda K20, producing around 200 horsepower, or 100 horsepower per liter. With VTEC and an 8,000 RPM redline, the K20 transformed as the revs climbed, delivering sharp response and an addictive high RPM character. Its reliability and huge tuning potential also made it one of the world's most popular swap engines. And Honda was only getting started. Number 7, Mitsubishi 4G93 MIVEC. Next is the 1.8-liter Mitsubishi 4G93 MIVEC, producing around 185 horsepower or 103 horsepower per liter. Mitsubishi's MIVEC system helped this naturally aspirated engine deliver responsive, high RPM performance without relying on turbo boost. It never became as famous as Honda's VTEC engines, but remains one of Mitsubishi's underrated gems. And the next engine pushes things even further. Number 6, Toyota 3S-GE beams. Toyota's legendary 3S-GE evolved for years. Then came beams. In its most powerful naturally aspirated form, this 2.0-liter engine produced approximately 210 horsepower. That's around 105 horsepower per liter without forced induction. Toyota achieved it with improved breathing, variable valve timing, lighter components, and years of development poured into the 3SGE platform. Installed in the Toyota Altezza RS 200, it was paired with something enthusiasts increasingly struggle to find today: a naturally aspirated high-revving engine, manual transmission, and rear-wheel drive. No giant torque spike, no turbo waiting to spool. Just throttle, RPM, and a linear climb toward peak power. Number 5, Toyota 2 ZZ-GE. At just 1.8 liters, the Toyota 2 ZZ-GE produced around 192 horsepower, or 107 horsepower per liter. At low RPM, it felt civilized, but once the aggressive high-lift cam profile kicked in, its character completely changed. Developed with help from Yamaha, this high-revving engine powered performance Toyotas and lightweight Lotus models like the Elise and Exige. But Toyota still doesn't make the podium. Number 4, Mitsubishi 4G92 MIVEC. Next is an even smaller engine, the 1.6-liter Mitsubishi 4G92 MIVEC, producing around 175 horsepower, or an impressive 109 horsepower per liter. Compact, lightweight, and extremely responsive, its MIVEC system helped deliver strong high RPM performance without a turbo. It remains one of the underrated gems of Japan's high-revving era. And from here, Honda takes over. Number 3, Honda B18C Type R. Bronze goes to one of the defining engines of the JDM era. The B18C, found in the Japanese market Integra Type R, could produce approximately 200 horsepower from only 1.8 liters. That's roughly 111 horsepower per liter. Honda didn't simply take a normal B-series engine and add a Type R badge. The entire philosophy was focused on response, breathing, and high RPM performance. Aggressive VTEC cam profiles helped the engine come alive towards the top of the rev range, while the lightweight Integra Type R chassis allowed every horsepower to matter. And then there was the sound. Approaching 8,000 revolutions per minute, the B18C didn't feel like an economy car 4-cylinder anymore. It felt engineered to be driven hard, but Honda had an even crazier 1.6-liter weighting. Number 2, Honda B16B. Think about this number for a moment: 1.6 liters, no turbocharger, and approximately 185 horsepower. The B16B from the EK9 Civic Type R produced around 116 horsepower per liter. For an engine this small, that is extraordinary. Honda effectively treated the B16B like a miniature racing engine built for the street. It loved RPM, demanded commitment from the driver, and rewarded anyone willing to keep it near the top of the tachometer. Inside the lightweight EK9 Civic Type R, it created a formula Honda enthusiasts still celebrate. Low weight, manual transmission, front-wheel drive, VTEC, and an engine spinning beyond 8,000 revolutions per minute. For most manufacturers, 116 horsepower per liter would have been the ultimate achievement. For Honda, it wasn't even number 1. Number 1, Honda F20C. And here it is, the engine that took the naturally aspirated 4-cylinder formula to another level. The Honda F20C. Japanese versions of the 2.0-liter F20C produced approximately 250 horsepower. Do the math. That's an astonishing 125 horsepower per liter, naturally aspirated, and Honda put it in a production road car. Early versions of the F20C could spin all the way to around 9,000 revolutions per minute, a number more closely associated with exotic machinery than an affordable 4-cylinder sports car. But the engine wasn't impressive because of one specification. The entire S2000 was built around its character. Rear-wheel drive, a razor-sharp manual gearbox, near-perfect weight distribution, and an engine that rewarded you more and more the closer you pushed it toward redline. Below the upper rev range, it could seem almost restrained. Keep pushing, and the F20C revealed exactly what Honda's engineers had created. No boost, no shortcut. Just 2 liters of displacement being pushed to an extraordinary level of efficiency. For years, its specific output figure stood as a benchmark for naturally aspirated production engines. And that's why the F20C takes number 1. 10 engines, 4 cylinders, and not a turbocharger required. BMW proved that motorsport pedigree can matter more than raw numbers. Renault showed how much character a simple naturally aspirated hot hatch could have. Toyota and Mitsubishi demonstrated just how far Japanese engineers were willing to push small displacement engines. But Honda absolutely dominated this ranking. The K20, B18C, B16B, and finally the incredible F20C all represent an era when manufacturers chased horsepower through RPM, airflow, and engineering, rather than simply adding more boost. That era is disappearing. Turbocharging, emissions regulations, and electrification have completely changed the performance car landscape. But engines like these remain proof of what engineers could achieve, when every additional horsepower had to be earned mechanically. And now I want to know your pick. If you could choose only one of these engines for your dream project car, which one would it be?